Hey everyone, it's Sammy from Pushsquare, and for the past week or so my life has been turned upside down by Gravity Rush 2. While I know this series is certainly among the more niche that Sony has at the moment, I'm probably the biggest Gravity Rush fanboy that you'll find online, so after spending almost 30 hours with the sequel, what do I think of it so far? Well, it's good. It's the kind of sequel that goes for evolution rather than revolution, so if you weren't a fan of the combat system in the original, then you're not going to find too many changes here. There are a couple of twists on Cat's physics-defying powers, but they all operate in much the same way, meaning that you'll spend much of your time gravity kicking into your enemies. I suppose saying that it hasn't changed at all is underselling things a little bit, as the lock-on system has been improved and the stasis throw mechanic overhauled, but it is largely the same format as in the first game. Of course, if you've played the remastered version, then you'll know that things control much better on the DualShock 4 compared to the Vita, so that's a plus. Still, there's a lot more Gravity Rush here than you may be anticipating. It took me about 20 hours to beat the main campaign, and I still have a bunch of side quests to complete. While none of these are amazing, they do use the systems from the main game in interesting ways, and the scenarios are unanimously cute. Take this one where Cat has to market a new brand of ice cream. And it's the characters that will keep you pushing through the campaign. While some of the missions can be fairly rote, like ones where you need to complete objectives outlined by stone tablets again and again and again, it's the scenarios surrounding them that engage. Cat continues to be a brilliant character, and the cast that surrounds her are universally endearing as well. And as you'd expect, the game's sense of style is second to none too. There's a whole new map in addition to Hexaville for you to explore, and the transition to the PS4 has resulted in a much bigger and busier world. The music is also outstanding yet again. Just take a listen to this and tell me that it's not the best thing that you've ever heard. I think the thing that most impressed me is just how much there is to do this time around. In addition to the aforementioned side quests and the returning challenges from the original, you can now kit out Cat's sewer house with different pieces of furniture, and there's even a camera which you can use to take pictures of the game world. These can then be shared online and rated by other players. But sadly the character progression isn't as good. I didn't feel the same compulsion to collect all of the gems this time around, and the skill tree isn't as strong. There's a new talisman system which allows you to customise the kind of perks that Cat has equipped, and it ties into a mining mechanic which extends the endgame, but I still preferred the sense of progression in the original. That said, there's clear care and attention being invested here. The game is huge, and even when it seemingly ends, there's a meaty final chapter waiting for you. The camera can be real squiffy and there are some dodgy stealth sections, but I found it hard to stay frustrated when there's so much personality on display. To be honest, I have my doubts about this winning over the mainstream and becoming a blockbuster brand. Let's be honest, the source material is a little out there and the gameplay can get repetitive at points. But fans of the original are going to fall in love all over again, and while there are maybe less surprises this time out, Gravity Rush 2 does feel more rounded than its predecessor. But do let me know if you have any questions in the comments section below. Will you be taking on this topsy-turvy title when it releases in a few days, and what are you most looking forward to? Thanks as always for watching, and remember to stay tuned to the channel for tons more on Gravity Rush 2.